The Chicago Bears are hosting division rival Minnesota Vikings this Sunday at Soldier Field. We're going to get into some keys to success for the offense, some keys to success for the defense, give a little bold prediction, and a lot more. It's the Black Bear Podcast. I'm your host, Mark Robb, and we're going to get into it right after this.
Stand down or lay down and get smacked with the pole.
By this time, everybody on that roster should know what it means to beat the Packers. It's simple.
Oh, if I was a coach, Justin Fields would have been balling from day one.
Yes, sir. Justin Fields would have been balling since day one, but hey, it looked like he finally caught his stride. Let's jump right into it. The Minnesota Vikings coming to town this weekend for Week 6 rival game for us. And let's just look at some. Oh, wow. That's the wrong one. Let's just look at some injuries, man. Because the Chicago Bears, we played last week with a banged up secondary. We had no Kyler Gordon. We had no Eddie Jackson. We had no Jalen Johnson. We still may not have Kyler Gordon, as y'all can see, he was a limited participant at the recording of this video. Khalil Herbert would not play. He's out for some weeks. I don't think they put him on IR yet, but he's out for some weeks. They already said that. Travis Homer also out with a hamstring. Eddie Jackson, though, he was limited participant. Hopefully we can get him back. I think that's a huge piece to get back to this secondary. Cole Kmet had a hamstring. It was kind of a long list, but I mean, a lot of them not that serious. Doug Kramer was a full participant. He's finally back from IR. Jalen Johnson was a full participant. He missed the last game. I don't know if he missed the Bronco game, but I think he got hurt in that Bronco game. We should have him back. Lucas Patrick, concussion, along with Roschon Johnson, concussion protocol. So we'll see how that looks. They had a mini bye week. The concussion with Lucas Patrick and Roschon Johnson happened in last week's game against the Commanders, so we'll see how that works out. But Terrell Smith was a full participant. He got a lot of run in that Commanders game. And Eberflus said he gonna play. He will play. EQ is not looking good for EQ. He may not play. Mercedes Lewis obviously get the veteran rest day. Elephant in the room. Let's get it out out the way right away. Justin Jefferson is out. Justin Jefferson is on IR, and that's huge for this team. It's a huge opportunity for us to come and steal one without him, because honestly, I think the spread right now is about 2.5, where 2.5 the Chicago Bears are 2.5 point underdogs. But I think it's opened at 3.5, and Justin Jefferson went down, and it cost them a full point. So I guess Justin Jefferson worth a full point to Vegas. That's huge. That's a big loss for this passing game of Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings. And we gonna get into some of those numbers a little in a real second, but them dudes been balling. Actually, let's jump into it right now. Let's just look at the playmakers for this game. You see Roschon Johnson is in at the moment, but he may not play. If he doesn't go, it will be D'Onta Foreman. D'Onta Foreman, he's been healthy, but he's been a healthy scratch since week 2. So that's going to be big. But honestly, I don't think the running game will suffer too much without Roschon Johnson and Khalil Herbert, because first of all, D'Onta Foreman, he almost had 1,000 yards last year behind McCaffrey for like the first 6 games, and then took over for the rest of the way and almost had 1,000. But anyway, let's see. Kirk Cousins, 13 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 101.7 QB rating. Justin Fields got 11 touchdowns with I can't see that, 5 interceptions. Y'all see the quarterback rating right there. Alexander Madison, see their run game ain't that great. He got no rushing touchdowns. He do got 276 rushing yards, and like I said, Roschon Johnson may or may not play. To the receivers, no Justin Jefferson, so their next best receiving target stat wise is TJ Hawkinson. You see, he got 39 targets there. He got 1 drop, but 254. I gotta pull it up on my phone because I can barely see that. Y'all reading it though. DJ Moore, the man of the week. He got a lot of awards this week. Still trying to pull this up on my phone. Just 1 second, people. All right, here we go. TJ Hawkinson, 254 yards, receiving yards, and 2 touchdowns. Then you got DJ Moore, 531 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns. It would have been nice to see that how that stack up with Justin Jefferson, but Justin Jefferson balling too, so we're not even gonna focus on that too much. But those are the playmakers. Those are the playmakers to watch in this game, and those are the numbers and how they stack up. The Vikings been going through a lot. Look, I know y'all have heard it. If you follow the NFL, there's been Kirk Cousins, trade rumors. It's a lot going on in Minnesota. They're 1-4. I don't think they plan to start 1-4. So rightfully so, there's going to be a lot of turmoil going on. This Vikings team overall in general just isn't that great to me. We're going to jump right into the next graphic we got here. Let's compare the defense. They're just not that great, and they don't scare me. The Bears defense, average pass yards, 286.0. That's 31st in the league compared to the Vikings, 240, which is 22nd in the league. They got us there. They're better there, but not by much. Average rush yards, 98.2. That's 12th. The Bears rushing defense has been probably easily the bright spot of this defense. You can see it right there looking at the numbers. And then you got the Minnesota Vikings average rush yards, 102.4, 13th. So they're one spot above us. They're one spot below us. So total sacks. The Bears was able to pull off 5 sacks last week on Sam Howell, man. I didn't see it come. Actually, I did. That was my bold prediction. I predicted 3 sacks, and they went and got 5. Total sacks for the Bears, 7. That's still 29th. It's horrible. Total sacks for the Vikings, 13. They rank 18th, though. They're a little bit better than us. Not as good as the Commanders were coming into that game last week, but still better than us. Total yards given up 393.4, and that ranks 27th. Then you got total yards for the Vikings, 363.4. That ranks 20th. So looking at these numbers right now, they're not scary. The defense for the Vikings is not scary at all. And I know y'all looking at that tidbit I got down there highlighted in orange, and we'll get to that. Third down percentage for the Bears, 57.4%. Still horrible, still last in the league, but it has climbed every game so far this season. It has gotten better. So third down percentage for the Vikings, 43.7, 25th. That is bad too. That is not good too. So we can maybe, hey, look, this is a big game for Justin. A lot of people have been talking about the last 2 teams he played got horrible defenses, whatever. The Vikings ain't got much better defense. Points allowed, 31.4, 30 for the Bears. For the Vikings, they got 24.4, 23rd. And this tidbit I got here at the bottom, the Vikings allow the second highest completion percentage to opposing quarterbacks. The second highest in the league. This defense gives up points. They give up yards. They are not scary by any means. So when we get to some of these keys to success, I'm gonna be touching on that stat like right there a lot with Justin Fields, because this should be a big game for Justin. Let's move on to this next one. Let's see what I got here. Offense. Oh yeah, let's look at the offense for the Vikings. Total yards, they are 9th in the league with 380 yards per game. Passing yards, and this I'm gonna touch on this when we start talking about keys to success for the defense. The Vikings are 2nd in passing yards per game, 281.6. That is that's huge. That's 2nd. That's easily their best. That's what they can hang their hat on. They don't have Justin Jefferson this game, so that's huge. Look at their rushing yards. They average 80 rushing yards per game, 80.8. 29th in the league. We kill them there. We're much better than them there offensively. And if you remember, our defense is pretty good at stopping the run in general. Let me just flip back to that. Average rush yards, 98.2. So we're pretty good there. We shouldn't have any issue stopping the run with them. Points 22. That is 16th in the league. 22 points per game given up or scored for them. And then their third down percentage is 20th with 38.3. So not great, but it ain't down there where we're at. I thought I had the Chicago Bears offensive numbers up here, but I don't think I have it, and I'm not gonna go through the trouble to pull that up. But you see it. That's how these teams stack up right now. If you looking at these numbers are all legit. If you're looking at these numbers and if you're scared by one thing with the Minnesota Vikings, it's those passing yards, and they're down their number one receiver and probably the top 3 receiver in the league, top 2 receiver. I don't know. A lot of people like Tyreek Hill because that dude balling. But let's jump right into it then. Because I got some shit to show y'all. Let's jump right to it. We're gonna do the keys to success for this offense. Let me find it. Keys to success for this offense. It's a lot. I got a lot of keys to success. We got to keep running the ball. The Bears got to keep running the football like we did last week and the week before that. It's been working, and I can't see why it wouldn't keep working. I mean, you see the defense there. Defensive rushing yards, 102. We should be able to go get 100 yards, Deontay Foreman. Go get it. So keep running the football. Herbert out. We should still be able to do that. But Justin Fields has to play well. Justin Fields really should be the focal point for this entire week. The Vikings allowed the second highest completion percentage to opposing quarterbacks. Brian Flores is their defensive coordinator. Don't get me wrong. He going to blitz your ass, Justin. He going to send some heat at you. I think the Vikings may blitz the most in the league. Y'all can fact check me on that. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not because I'm usually not wrong. I think they blitz the most in the NFL. So Justin, you better be ready. But I mean, this is probably the worst defense we've faced in terms of for the quarterbacks. And then all season, the Denver Broncos may be a worse team, but I do think this pass defense for quarterbacks is a lot worse than the Denver Broncos defense is. Justin, you're gonna get blitzed a lot. You're gonna have to check it out the line of scrimmage. You got to call it. You in the center and you in the entire offensive line gonna have to be in sync. And yes, the offensive line is another key to success for this game. Tevin Jenkins played 37 snaps last week. He gave up no hurries, no pressures. Now, those 37 snaps weren't all pass plays. There were probably about 21 pass, maybe 16 runs, something like that. But he gave up no hurries, no pressures. We should have him for the full game. That O-line looked stout last week against that monster front four. If you remember last week on my preview for that game, I was worried about that D-line. And Chris Morgan, offensive line coach for the Chicago Bears, he did a hell of a job getting them boys ready. So yeah, back to Justin. I mean, Justin, you got to take care of the football. It's another one. No turnovers. You don't turn that ball over against the Broncos, we win that game. That's a dub. You had to pick and you had to fumble. You don't turn that ball over, we win. You didn't turn the ball over against Washington last week. We won 40-20 handily. So protect the football, Justin, because this game got your name written all over it. That O-line, like I said, got to be elite. This is probably, I think this is going to interest y'all a lot. I got a graphic for this next key, and it is just continue to use 12 personnel. Now, for y'all who don't know what 12 personnel is 1 running back and 2 tight ends. That's 12 personnel. So you got 11 personnel. You got the standard 1 running back, 1 tight end. In this particular case, the Bears need to continue to run 12 personnel, 1 running back, 2 tight ends. And here is why. That may be hard to see, but I'm going to read it off to you. Week 1, 12 personnel snaps was 3. We didn't look good in week 1. Week 2, and it's a little hard for me to read too, so I'm going to have to pull it up on my phone. Week 2, we had 12 personnel snaps. Yeah, we looked a little better week 2, but we didn't look good still. Week 3, Kansas City Chiefs game, we got our ass kicked. We ran 12 personnel 6 times. Now here the kicker go right here. Week 4 against the Broncos and week 5 against the Washington Commanders. Week 4, 14, almost double week 1, week 2, and 3 in terms of 12 personnel snaps. 14. Offense looked real fucking good. Real fucking good. Week 5, we doubled that and went to 27. DJ Moore had a career game. I would say Fields had a career game, but he had his career game in the week before that against the Broncos. Due to the 12 personnel, Robert Tonyan, Cole Kmet, DJ Moore, and Darnell Mooney. Those are the receiving targets. We don't need nobody. We don't need Valus coming in there too much. If Valus come in there, keep him on gadgets. DJ Moore on one side, Darnell Mooney on the other side, Cole Kmet on one side of the line of scrimmage, Robert Tonyan on the other side of the line of scrimmage. It works. The numbers are right there. It works. 12 personnel is going to be huge for us. And it also helps the run game. That's probably why the run game has been looking much better these past 4 weeks. Also, you see that right there, the play action percentage. Look at on early downs, though, not just play action in general, but on early downs. Look at that. And shout out to Adam Johns for putting this up there. Him in True Media. Week 1, you see it 19.4. We gradually went up in week 2 to 20.8. Week 3, 23.5. Here's the kicker again. Week 4, damn near doubled it from week 3. 46.4 play action percentage on early downs. Week 5 went down a little bit, but 40.9% play action percentage on early downs. Them numbers ain't no goddamn coincidence. It's not a coincidence that we did 12 personnel more week 4 and week 5, and we also did play action on early downs week 4 and week 5, and the offense flourished. Luke Getsy, take what has been working and build on it, my guy. Please build on it because that's going to be huge. Huge. Those numbers right there, it screams do it again. It screams just do this shit again, man. So 12 personnel is going to be huge. Play action on early downs is going to be huge. Keep for keys to success. Another one, and this goes back to 12 personnel, but kind of get Cole Kmet the football. Keep him involved in this game. Kmet has been huge over the past 2 weeks. This past 2 weeks, he has 12 catches, because I know a lot of people talk about DJ Moore and Justin Fields over the last 2 weeks, but Cole Kmet had 12 catches, 127 yards, and 3 touchdowns over the last 2 weeks. That is nice for a tight end. He's probably ranked like top 5 in the league for tight ends right now. He's having a great season and trying to make do on that $50 million we gave him. You gotta use play action. You gotta use Cole Kmet. You got to use 12 personnel. Justin Fields, this is a big game for you because they're about to send some heat, my guy. They got to send a lot of heat. I think that O-line, if we were able to play that well against Washington's front four with 4 first-rounders on it, I think we could play even better against this Vikings front four. We don't get into the defensive keys to success. And see, the thing with this, it's a big game because we should have beat the Broncos, and we should be going to this game trying to get our 3rd win of the season, but we didn't beat the Broncos. So we're going to be looking to get our 2nd win of the season. This is a big test because a lot of people think the Vikings are better than their 1-4 record, and I kind of do too. They losing some close games. They've been in some shootouts, but I'm gonna pull up again because there's numbers into this game that I don't know how you can't bet. You're not betting the Bears. The Vikings allowed a 2nd highest completion percentage to opposing QBs. Man, Fields, you got to feast on these dudes. But let's go. Let's move on to the keys to success for this defense. Let's start pressure Kirk Cousins now. We got to be careful this week. I know it seemed like Matt Eberflus be watching me because everything I've been saying in these last 2 weeks for the preview, they've been doing it. The bold predictions been coming correct. My keys to success, they've been doing it. I said blitz early and often. The Chicago Bears, look, I said blitz, and if you think I'm lying, go ahead and watch my last week's preview. I said blitz early and often. You got nothing to lose. Send heat at Sam Howell all game. The Chicago Bears had their highest blitz percentage last week of the season, and it was 28.3%. They also had the most QB hits for their defense this season with 11 QB hits. We also had the most sacks with 5 sacks. Blitz early and often, and it worked. Now, there's the kicker for this one. This week, I don't know. I think you do need to blitz. I don't know about how often, because I did show y'all the graphic, and we're going to go and pull that back up about this offense. Second in passing yards. That's no stat to just sniff at. Yeah, Justin Jefferson is gone. That holds a lot of weight. He's gone. So I'm not sure. I honestly, I'm not too worried. Kirk Cousins is a good quarterback, though. He is a good quarterback. He's not great. He's not fantastic, but you see the passing yards per game, 281. Nothing to sniff at by any means. Yeah, so don't sleep on that too much. So I would definitely blitz a lot, just like last week, because he can be hit. You can get to Kirk Cousins. That O-line is not great. Kirk Cousins, I don't got the graphic up here for y'all, but Kirk Cousins has been sacked 13 times this season. But just be a little more savvy with your blitzes this week. Put a little more sauce on it. You know what I mean? Because Kirk Cousins better than Sam Howell. I'm gonna say everybody know that he better than Sam Howell. So just be careful with the blitzes. He can be touched. He was sacked 13 times, and he's soft as tissue. So you poke him, that ball gonna pop out, and we may be able to scoop and score. Take it to the house. We got to get some turnovers. We got to get takeaways this game. The Minnesota Vikings have been in a lot of close games. They are number 2 in terms of passing offense, and they're 1-4. You know why? They turn the ball over a lot. We have to go get some of those turnovers that they just handing out. Don't miss your chance to go get you one. Eddie, if you play Jalen, go get you one. Don't miss your opportunity, Tremaine Edmonds. Go get you a pick or a fumble recovery or something. Another key to success for this team, and it's going to be stop the run. You know why? I know I showed y'all that run offense there is not that great. You see that? They're 29th, 80 yards per game. It's not great. They're almost last. We're way better than that. But if we could take that away and make them one-dimensional early on in this game, it's going to be a long day. Them turnovers going to start coming in bunches, just like the sacks came in bunches. And Yannick Ngakoue has been saying it. The sacks come in bunches. We had 5 last week. If we can make them one-dimensional early on in this game, it'll force Kirk Cousins to throw the ball 50 times, 60 times. I guarantee you we walk away with at least 2 picks. At least 2 picks. With the pressure mixed in. Look, I'm excited about this game. I'm feeling good about this game. I do think we're going to cover the spread. I think we're underdogs. I think we're going to win this by at least 2 scores. Either 10 or 14, but no less than 2 scores. I'm real excited for this game. Like I said, the Vikings struggle with taking care of the ball, so we got to go get some of these takeaways. Yeah, man. I mean, I threw a lot at y'all. I gave y'all a lot of stats, and I'm just go through some of these before I get to my bold prediction. We're gonna wrap this thing up. Showed y'all the injuries. Hopefully, we got Jalen Johnson back. Here goes some of the playmakers right here for this game. No Justin Jefferson, of course. Roschon Johnson may not be there as well. Look, and this O-line, our O-line, the Chicago Bears O-line, we got to capitalize off last week's game, man. We definitely do. Here goes some of the defensive numbers again. Total sacks, the Bears. Hopefully we can get at least 2 more today. Not today, but in this game. Third down percentage, we got to get off the field on third down, though. That's going to be an issue because Kirk Cousins ain't no punk. He know what he doing. He's a smart quarterback. The thing with this, though, and it's not because look at this. You got average passing yards given up for the Bears defense, 286. We are 31st in the league. That don't match up well with this 281 second ranked passing offense of the Vikings. Guess what? They don't got Justin Jefferson. Say it again. So look at those numbers again real quick. They got 13 sacks. They're not their defense isn't too much better than ours if it is. And we getting a lot healthier this week. So, but I think these numbers right here are the stats of the day. Because I know a lot of people like numbers, and I think this is huge. Week 4, week 5 for 12 personnel. It was a huge jump from weeks 1 through 3, 4 and 5. We doubled it. Play action on early downs. The proof is in the pudding. You reading it right there. Weeks 4 and 5, we almost doubled every other week. You gotta continue to do what's working. Luke Getsy, Justin Fields like it. It's working for him. DJ Moore is working for him. And the thing is, I'm talking about DJ Moore, Cole Kmet, Darnell Mooney gonna get going. Him and Fields they didn't connect on a few passes last week. I think they're gonna get going. I want to change my bold prediction to Darnell Mooney, but I'm not going to do that because this is another huge game for number 1 for the quarterback. Bold prediction for this week's game against the Vikings. I'm 2 for 2 on my bold predictions. I just started them the last 2 games. I'm 2 for 2. First week I did Justin Fields is gonna go throw for 3, have 3 touchdowns. He exceeded that. Second week was the defense was gonna have 3 sacks. They exceeded that. It's all about Justin Fields. If Justin plays at the same level he's played at these last couple weeks, or just play well, we win. It's all about Justin. If he plays well, we win this game. It's that simple. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. The defense, I don't know what they gonna do, whatever. They can give up 20 points, whatever. If Justin Fields plays well, we won't lose this game, and it's that simple. Bold prediction, Justin Fields gonna throw 4 more touchdowns. 4 more touchdowns. That's my bold prediction for this game. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. We're gonna wrap it up. Appreciate y'all for tuning into the Black Bear Podcast. If you like what you're seeing, if you like what you're hearing, go ahead and like the video. And please, hold on, where is that? Like the video and subscribe to the channel, the Black Bear Podcast. You can follow us on Facebook at the Black Bear Podcast. You can also subscribe to the channel right here if you're watching us on YouTube at the Black Bear Podcast. One word. The Black Bear Podcast. Put it all in one. That's my preview for this game. Hopefully the Bears come out on top. Y'all have a good rest of y'all day. Enjoy y'all weekend and enjoy this football Sunday before this winter come through. Hopefully y'all can go out there and see the Bears play. I'm out of here. Remember, I'm your boy Mark Robb, the host of the Black Bear Podcast. I'm gone. Peace.